Yay, we're recording. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to our Dream Team weekly training Zoom. Usually we have different guests on and stories, but this week I decided we need some training. We need some good old-fashioned training because we've got so many brand new people that are just getting started and so many people that have been in that we need some refreshers. We need some tips. We need some tricks. So tonight I am going to be diving into sampling the funnel, what to say to people, how to get people to sign on the dotted line, get started with Thrive, get them going with the Thrive experience, signing up those customers and those new promoters. We're going to try to cover so much stuff in the next hour. And you know, one of the things I've been really preaching to people recently is you are responsible for your success. And you know, when I first started in network marketing and even now, um, I am the one reminding people, get on this Zoom. I tell all my new people, get on. I make sure I'm posting it in the team page because I don't just assume that people know what's going on or that they're going to plug in. I make sure that I'm messaging them and I'm like, get on this thing. You cannot control what other people do. Absolutely, you cannot. But what you can control is what you do. And to get there, you know, you want to see other people. Oh, I just broke my phone thing. Y'all, I'm a hot mess right now. Hold on a minute. My phone is so broke right now. I have this little like holder and I just broke it. So who knows how long it's gonna hold my phone. Who knows? Okay. Yes, I have taken care. It's not permanent. Don't worry, everybody. It's we're all good to go. It washes out. So if I don't like it, it goes away. Okay, so like I said, you're responsible for your success, and I didn't count on anybody to remember when I got started, and even now today, 10 years later, I don't just count on my team getting on things. I make sure that I'm doing my part, specifically posting it in all my forget, and it could just be my message 5 minutes before something starts that gets them on. And it could be something they learn on one of these Zooms on Sunday nights with Stacy, Mondays with Amanda, Kayla, Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the mornings, Thursday nights with us, Wednesdays with Cass. It could be one of these Zooms that they hear something and learn something that could really literally do a 180 with their business. It's been one of these trainings that I've gotten on that I've learned something and it's changed everything for me. So that's why it's so important to plug in. And it's also why we record them. We record them and we put them in the Dream Team page for those of you guys that can't be on the live. I think always the live, it gets you being on a live. There's nothing like it because it gets you in that routine, right? This is the day, this is the time, I'm going to be there no matter what. But sometimes, you know, life happens and we can't do it. And that's why we record them. So, you know, check out as many recordings as you can. But I asked Stacy, I don't know if she's on yet with me, but I asked Stacy to join me because she's really strong in this. And then you know, Amanda's on here tonight, Danny, we've got other leaders that can chime in too. But what I really wanted to focus on tonight was sampling. You know, right now with COVID and all of this stuff still going on, I think it's more important than ever that we're getting samples out to people, that we're getting the Thrive experience in their hands. And I think sometimes we forget the little fundamentals of how to work this business. And when I started, you know, 3.5 years ago when we joined Lavelle, and Amanda can tell you this, Danny, I mean, we focused on getting Thrive in people's hands because we knew if we could get 3 days of this in people's hands, that 8 out of 10 people feel something in those 3 days. And 8 out of 10 people are going to go, I need to see what more is going to happen to me if I continue to use this product. But what I have learned is some tips and tricks along the way to where I set a goal every single week for samples that I want to get out. So first of all, the first thing I want you guys to remember that you need to do is set a goal every single week for certain things. So you should have a goal every week for how many free customer accounts you want to get, how many free customer accounts do you want to set up each week? What is that goal for you? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 2? Is it 20? What is your goal? Because people that don't have a goal, a vision, people that aren't on purpose and don't write it down, you're going to be the ones that don't get anywhere. Those of you guys that are very meticulous and you have plans, you have a goal, you write it out, you know what you're going for every single week, you're more likely to see success and much quicker than someone who's not doing that. It is proven. Sometimes do you reach your goal? Sometimes do you surpass it? Sometimes, and sometimes you don't even get close, but you always have to set goals. And when you're setting those weekly goals, I want you to make sure that they're attainable. Don't set goals that are ridiculous. I want to get free 50 customer accounts this week when you know you're working 3 jobs with 5 kids. Is that feasible? Because if you're setting goals every week that you're never hitting, it does feel defeating. And then what's going to happen is you're going to stop setting them because you feel like you're never reaching it. So set things that work for you, not that work for me, not that work for Amanda or Jamie or Danny or Stacy. No, what works for you in your time frame and your schedule with what you're willing to put in, what works for you. So I would say a good goal for most people that work full time, that have kids at home, that are busy outside of Lavelle, that are really trying to get this business going, I would say getting 5 to 7 new free customer accounts each week is a really good goal to set. If you want to be aggressive, set a higher goal. If you don't feel like you can hit that, okay, great, you can't hit it, but set something that you think is attainable for you. And then I set a minis goal. So when I first started my upline, Chastity Marie, all of our uplines, she told me that she has set a goal for herself to get out 5 minis every week, 5 mini experiences every week. But she told me, and now I get this, she said, my goal is always 5. Now, sometimes I don't even get to 5 because in the process of trying to get out 5 minis to 5 new people, I've actually signed them as customers where I didn't even have to send the mini. But the goal is always 5, right? Because if I set the goal to get 5 people, brand new people, mini experiences in their hands, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to probably find new customers along the way. I'm going to find new prospects. I might not get minis out, but because I'm trying to get them out, I might sign a new promoter. You don't know what's going to happen. That's why it's so important to set those goals. So whatever that is for you, 3 minis a week, 2 minis, 1 mini, 10, I don't know, whatever it is for you. But for me, my goal was 5, and it still continues to be 3.5 years later. That's what works for me. That's what is doable. That's where, my goal sits. Now there's been weeks, I remember when I first started, where I would send out 20 in a week, 30 in a week. And then there's some weeks where I'm like, I didn't send any out and nothing's happening. But I always set that goal and I reset it, right? Every week it's the same thing. I never say I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try to achieve this, because the day I do that is the day that I'm going to stop growing. It's the day that my business isn't going to go anywhere. So I highly suggest that you guys set those goals for yourself, because that's what's going to help you get to where you want to be. Now, with that said, if you guys are new and we have so many new people, and if you're old, you guys, how many of you have a mini goal? If you've been in, and maybe, just maybe, if you're not where you want to be and you've been in Lavelle a year or more, you've got to ask yourself, am I doing these things that Lisa's saying? And do I write down goals, daily goals, weekly goals? Do I have a mini goal? Do I have a free accounts goal? Do I have these things set up? And if the answer is no, then it could just be the piece of the puzzle that's missing for you. So, we all have to start, right? And it's so easy, especially if you've been 1, 2, 3.5 years like me, to get away from the basics. It's so easy to get away from the basics. The basics is what got us there to begin with. The basics is what got you to 4K, to 12K, 40K, 80K, 200K. But for some reason along the way, we stopped doing the basics. We've got to get back to the basics. And that's for everyone on here, whether you've been, today was your first day, or whether you've been 3.5 years with me and you started the day that I did. we've got to get back to the basics. That is going to be so hugely important. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is what does that mini look like? How are you going to find these people that you're going to get mini experiences to? How are we going to find people to get free accounts with? And what goes in a mini? You know what I love about what is happening right now is that I cater. I don't know how many of you guys are doing this, but I've been really catering my mini experiences to fit certain people. I've got people strictly looking right now for things to recharge their immune system. So I've got my setup here where I'm sending out recharge to people because I want them to be able to experience that better sleep at night, recharging their immune system while they sleep. That is huge right now. I have people that really want to work on their sleeping patterns. So that's why I'm so glad rest is back in stock. Y'all better go get your rest. Go get your rest because that is an amazing thing. I like to have samples on hand of things that I send out in the mail. And even if I'm sending a mini out, I might even throw in a rest or throw in a couple nights of recharge because people love extra things, right? It shows you care. But also, I like to give samples of things that people see results right now. The best things to give samples of and send samples of out of are things that people can feel, see right now. And for me, that's like the energy shot, rest, recharge, the Thrive experience. 8 out of 10 people feel something. If you know they have kids, throw a kids vitamin in there. I mean, there's so many different little things that you can do. That's why it's so awesome that you do have some stock at home and that you've got these little care packages that you can make up for people. But with that said, when I came in, what I learned was a mini experience is 3 days worth of the product. That's what most people do. Now, I do know people that have done 7. I know people that have done more than that. I particularly like 3. I think that if you go over 3, that you are kind of going into a place where why do they need to go order a full month? See what I mean? Like 3 is that taste. And because 8 out of 10 people feel something with that taste, usually they want to press on and now order versus, how much are you charging for your product? So 3 days of the product is kind of what I stick with. People do different things. I know people that just send out 1 day that works for them. People feel something, they're taking a chance that people want to see that 1 day, and that's cool with them. My biggest advice to all of you is that you put value on your product. I cannot say this enough. I've been screaming this since the day I started. I have never, I think maybe twice, 3 times in the beginning, I send out free samples. I've watched other people send out free samples and get nowhere. I'm talking sending out 10, 20, 30. Guess what? Anybody will take anything for free. If I post right now on Facebook, I've got free cat food, people are going to come out of the woodwork. Send it to me. Here's my address. And they don't even have a cat. They're just going to stock up on it just in case one day a cat shows up at their door. Like, that's how people roll. They want anything for free. So if you are putting something on your Facebook like free samples, everybody's going to say they want it, and you want to know what's going to happen. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. I've seen it over and over and over and over and over again. It's going to sit on their counter because you put no value on it. When you're just giving things away, they're thinking, damn, this girl can't even get anybody to pay. She's got to give this stuff away. Like, do you go to your hairdresser and she says, let me cut half your hair and give you a sample? Like, it just doesn't work like that. You guys, put value on your product. I don't care what you're doing to put value on that product. I like to do a mix of how I put value on my product. And what I mean by that is I like to mix it up. I like to put half value with money, and the other half of the value is by putting people through our funnel system. How many of you guys know what our funnel is? Let me see in the comments, show of hands, how many people know what the funnel is? If you don't know what the funnel is, I would rather know that. Say, no idea what you're talking about. What the heck is the funnel? Because what I do to put value on my product is I charge money and I put people through the funnel. That is how I put value on my product. And I charge less money than I need to because I put value on my product using the funnel as well. I don't have to charge as much for my product. It's still making that person do something to get that product. And when you do that, that is where you're going to see people really care about what the product is. That's where you're going to see them work to get it. That's the person that they're not going to wait They can't wait till it comes in the mail. They can't wait to use it. It's not going to sit on their countertop because they actually paid for it. Because you put value on it, they put value on it as well. So for me personally, I always start high. I always want people to believe they're getting a discount, which they are. So I always tell people, normally, this is exactly what I say. Normally, I send out a sample for $30. It's 3 days of the product. I can't promise you're going to feel anything, but what it will do for you is it's going to show you how simple and easy it is to take, how easily you're going to be able to stick with it, what everything tastes and feels like and smells like. It's just going to give you a little taste of what this is. So I don't make any promises. I never say, oh my God, you are going to feel amazing. You're going to have so much energy. You're going to sleep better, because most people in 3 days aren't going to have all these crazy results. They may feel a little something different, enough to make them go, but promising, you always want to over deliver and under promise, guys. That's my motto. I don't ever want to over promise and under deliver, because that's what's going to get you into trouble in this industry. It's really what gets all of you into trouble, is because you say things like, you're going to make so much money, you're going to get these bonuses, it's so easy, you barely have to do anything. And then people get started and they're like, wait a second, this is not easy, this takes work. Wait a second, she told me I was going to get these bonuses and I didn't get them. Boom, right away they're let down because you overpromised and totally underdelivered. You've got to switch that around. You've got to over deliver and under promise. Okay, under promise so people aren't disappointed. So I never tell somebody what they're going to feel from a sample. I tell them, I don't know if you'll feel anything at all, but it will show you how simple and easy it is going to be able to take it and how you're going to be able to stick with it. I couldn't stick to a thing before this, but these 3 simple steps, easy peasy. So I never ever make promises I can't keep. Then I tell them, normally I give my samples for $30. But today I'm giving half off that sample, 3 days for $15 or $10. Do it, drop it down to 10 if you want. You're going to lose a little bit of money, but it's a tax write-off. Any product that you're purchasing and then sending out to people, that's tax write-offs, guys. So what I love to tell them is I start at 30. Then I say, I'm going to give you a discount today. If you go through my funnel, I'm going to give you a $15 discount. You're going to get 3 days for $15. And they're like, well, what do I got to do? What's the funnel? So this is what the funnel is, guys. The funnel is putting people through a series of things that they have to do in order to earn that product, in order to earn that $15 discount. Now, putting somebody through the funnel is detrimental to your business, because it is what is going to help you drip on them. It's what's going to help you get third-party credibility in. It's also what's going to help you get them thriving for free. It's also what's going to help you get that free account so they're locked into you. So it's very important. I never ever send a sample out unless I send somebody through my funnel. If they do not go through our funnel, I do not send out the sample, because to me, if you don't want it that bad, if you're not going to do these 5 simple things that are going to take about 3 minutes, then you don't want this product that bad. Wait until you do. And when you take it away from somebody, you should see how bad they want it then. It's pretty amazing when you go, oh, well, never mind then. I got somebody that will easily sign a free account with me. Oh, okay, never mind. I'll do it. I want it, right? It's just like when I send somebody a sample and I'm like, have you tried it yet? No, it's sitting on my counter. I keep forgetting. Hey, I know you keep forgetting. I've got a waiting list of people right now that want it, and I'm waiting on my product. If I send you the postage, will you send that back to me so I can get it out to someone else? Do you know what they say? Oh, I'm starting it tomorrow. As soon as I try to take it away, they want to start it tomorrow. So what is our funnel? First part of our funnel, step 1 in the funnel, is they must start a free account with you. Takes 2 seconds. You send them your, and don't you do it. This is a common mistake that I think a lot of you guys make, is you say, give me your email and I'll start it for you. Big mistake. You're canceling out part of the funnel by doing that. You need them to create that free account. And here's why. Because when they go to create that free account, they are doing it. They are physically taking the action of doing it, okay? They're going and clicking on your website. You know what happens when they do that? A video pops up. And you know what most people do? They click on and watch the video. And you know why they do that? Because they're curious. Watching that video is a third-party credibility. It's other people besides you saying, this is a cool product. You need to try it. It gets them excited. I've had people actually click on my website to start the free account.
and that was all they intended to do, and they ended up clicking on the video and watching it, and they come back to me going, hey, can you tell me about the business? I just watched that video. This looks really interesting. Like, it did the work for me. So make sure that you're sending them, you copy your website link, send it to them in Messenger, click here, it takes 2 seconds, sign up your free customer account. Click on customer, put in your name, your phone number, takes about 2 seconds. That's it. They start their free account. This is important because they're taking that action of creating the free account. Now, if you end up sending them a sample, they can't go sign with their neighbor, their best friend, their mom, their sister, whoever. They got it from you. Now they must sign with you. They're going to be locked into you for 3 months as a free customer. So if they decide to order, they've got to order from you. Now, I love that rule because if I'm going to give all the answers, answer all their questions, be the one to send out the free account, there's nothing worse than them saying, oh my God, I just signed up. And I'm like, I don't see you. Oh, I signed with my sister after I did all the work. So not that I wouldn't send them back to their sister, I would, but I just in general, like they can go sign with anyone. And people don't understand if they're not in the business that that they want to sign with a certain person, that it benefits them. So you want to get them locked into that free account, but you want to make sure they create it so that they're getting that third party credibility. Now, step 2 of the funnel is making sure that, so step 1, create the free account. Step 2, you want to make sure that they are getting third party credibility. So what I like to do is I like to get them in a message with somebody that has a similar story, somebody that is like them. I'll go stalk them. I stalk their Facebook page. What do they do for a living? How old are they? How many kids? I want to see if there's anybody on my team that could just share their story real quick. I want to get in that third party credibility. And it's super easy. Then I want to make sure that they are taking it the correct way, right? So I'm going to let them know that, hey, when you get this in the mail, I need you to message me immediately because I want to walk you through taking it. I always say, I want to walk you through, there's 4 steps. I want to tell you what the 4th step is when you message me. And all the 4th step is me walking them through how to take the product correctly. I want to make sure they take it on an empty stomach. I want to make sure they take it right when they wake up. I want to make sure that they get that time frame of 20 to 30 minutes between taking the lifestyle mix and putting the pills in their mouth. I want to make sure that they are eating breakfast because it's not a meal replacement. I want to make sure that they're drinking tons of water. I want to make sure they're staying away from all other caffeine. You want to make sure they're messaging you. You also want to make sure that they are tagging you on a post on Facebook. Okay, so you're going to walk them through tagging you on a Facebook post. This is huge because it's going to help you help them gather interest so you can later on help them thrive for free. So they might, basically they get their product in the mail, they message you, you're going to walk them through how to take it. You're also going to say, slap your sticker on and take a selfie. I want you to post a picture on Facebook saying you're trying this product, you're so excited, you'll let everybody know what happens, but you're so excited to see what it does, or something like that. They're going to take a picture. I also, before I send it in the mail, I take a picture of the package myself. So I put it in a pretty package that no one can see what's inside it. And I'll take a picture and I will make a post and I will tag them in it so the post ends up on their Facebook page. And it'll say something like, oh my gosh, Sally, I'm so excited. I've got your happy pack on the way. Or I've got your, your back to school pack so you don't go crazy. It's on the way. And it gets people interested. People are like, what's in the package? What's she getting? They're watching the journey as it unfolds. So I make sure they let me tag them and they accept the post to their Facebook page. I make sure they're making a post once they get it. And I make sure they're taking the product correctly, starting the free account, all of those things. You want to make sure that all happens. And then you're going to say how much it is, and they're going to PayPal you the money. PayPal, Venmo, however you want to take the cash. But that is going to solidify that they are interested. If they say to you, I don't have the money, do you think that they have the money to pay $150? If they don't have the money for a sample, $5 or $10, do you honestly think that suddenly they're going to come up with $150? No, they're not. So stop wasting your time and theirs. If they at any point don't want to do part of the funnel, if they're like, I don't want to create a free account, I don't want you to post that on Facebook, I don't want to blah, 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 then guys, if they don't want to do those things, then they're probably just not interested. The timing's not right. So charge them full price for that sample if they don't want to, in my opinion, I'm never sending a sample out unless they've created the free account. period. But make sure that we have a video in the Dream Team 2020 page. If you go to the videos that are pinned, we've got a video on the funnel. So it just is, it's action steps that person has to take to get a discount on that sample in order to help you get more third-party credibility and plant the seed, get that free account so that it's locked into you, and make sure the person is taking it right. But also, hopefully, and what a lot of people call host to post. Have you guys heard of those? Kayla Fox talks about those. But basically, it's host to post. You're going to ask that person, would you please make a post on your Facebook? Would you post this post? And I'm going to help you get people interested so I can help you get this product free every month. Because if we can get 2 of your friends or family member interested, we're going to get you thriving free every month. Now, I want to say, hey, Stacy, did you join me yet?
Ma'am, I'm here.
Yay! Stacy, for where I went to here, do you want to add anything in? Because after this, I want to get into what you say to close somebody, because I actually I go to the sample last. That's my last resort. Okay, I don't start with a sample. Sample is what I go to after I've done all of the other things first. And after I figured out they're not yet ready to sign as a customer, they're not yet ready to sign as a promoter, then I go to sample. That's my last worst case scenario is sample time for me. So I wanted to get into that and kind of what we say, because I know you and I are similar. But do you have anything to add to what I said?
You know, I think that it's so super stinking important. I know I came here and I was terrified of everything. Selling samples, like I couldn't sell a wrap to save my life by the time I left my last company, you know, and putting people through a funnel and all that type of thing, like it was scary. Putting people in 3 ways, having people tag you, all those things are uncomfortable. But you have to do that. You have to understand the magic of doing them. The win is in the action. And, you know, you can go through and you can have your next 80K or your next 200K that says, absolutely not, I'm not comfortable with tagging you on my page, but they'll do every other step in the funnel and they might wind up to be your biggest rock star. So you can't skip steps. You have to at least offer them. I keep a graphic that I made and I saved in my phone. I keep that every single time. So if I ever need to look back at it myself to make sure I didn't skip any steps when I'm training a new promoter, it's super simple. And I can put it like, I'll put it on the Dream Team because it hasn't been up for a while, but it's super simple. Every single step, you guys, like from the second that their free account is made, and it really is, you know, everybody does things differently. Like I know a lot of promoters will say, never ever do anything for anybody. I do a lot for my people. I really, really do. I'm kind of on the flip side of that, but that's the magic. There's 1,000 ways to get to the beach. Like I'm a control taker, so I want to make sure the stuff gets done right and gets done now. You know what I mean? So if people are like, oh, well, yeah, I can go make a customer account tomorrow. I'm like, no, because by tomorrow they might talk to their cousin. Like I want to make it happen now. But the funnel steps, you guys, you can't skip them. You can't skip them. If someone says, no, I'm not comfortable doing that, then that's fine. If they don't want to post when they get their happy pack, fine. But the most important thing for me, my biggest piece of advice, hands down, and y'all can fight me 1,000 times over. I know Lisa feels the exact same. Discount your happy packs, do whatever you want to do, but stop giving away the milk because nobody's going to buy the cow. Stop giving away the milk because nobody's going to buy the cow. If you think, and I'm going to tell you, one of my best friends in this company, like best friends, I've known her forever, dude, like trust her with my life, with my babies. She'll go through these things where she's really struggling and she's struggling. Like I've got 27 happy packs out right now. And I'm like, oh yeah, how many of those people did you charge? None. How many of them are returning your calls? None. How many of them have you asked to send back the damn happy pack? None. That's why there's no value. You know what I mean? When I got my happy pack and it sat on my kitchen counter, like there wasn't like a sense of urgency for me in that moment versus for me, I'm a cheapskate. 25 bucks out of my pocket. This shit better work. Let's do it now. Like, let's do it now. So put those values on your products, on everything. Don't sell an experience for 150 bucks and give people $120 off. they're never going to buy it the next month, and they're going to think that it's
Right.
worth $30. That's it.
And I forgot, you guys, make sure they like the Lavelle fan page. And I don't leave them to go like it. I actually I have the link copied in my phone to the Lavelle fan page, and I send it to them and I say, hey, click this link really quick and like this page. The stories are amazing. It'll really get you familiar with all the different products and, you know, what people are using and what it's doing for them. And they're going to go do it if you actually send the link. But if you say, hey, go like the fan page, they're not going to go look it up. I wouldn't. I'm busy. I ain't going to go try to find the fan page. So these are simple things that, I mean, look, guys, you have to do the work. You have to put in the work to make the money. No one said it was going to be like simple and easy. I mean, it is simple, but it's not going to be easy. You got to be able to put in the work and do the time. And, you know, just like Stacy said, both of us preach this. I watched it over and over and over and over again over the last 3.5 years. I've watched people buy a 400 pack, send out $400 worth of product for free, and not sign one customer or promoter. But I've watched someone else who charges, and they might not be sending out $400 worth of product. They might only send out one sample a week, but when they get a sample out, it's someone that signs with them because that person was serious, because that person actually wanted it. They were willing to put in the money and the time to go through the funnel, which takes 5 minutes. They were willing to do that because they valued the product, because you valued the product. And, you know, I think if you have heard Stacy and I do enough of our, you know, exactly what to say Zooms, you've heard us say over and over again, it's your confidence and you putting value on the product that is going to make other people want it. It's just like I said on the last Zoom we did about that. I was like, everybody wants a Louis Vuitton. Why do they want a Louis Vuitton? Or everybody wants a Tiffany's necklace. Somebody put value on it somewhere, right? We're willing to go spend $4,500 on a purse because everyone wants that purse. Why is that purse, that plastic Neverfull, which is plastic, by the way, it is not even leather. Why is that more value than any other purse? Because someone threw a huge price tag on it and made everybody want it. People want what they can't have, period. That is from the beginning of the time to the end of the time. So we all die. We are always going to want what we can't have. We all of us. It's like that forbidden fruit. Oh my God, I can't have that. I want it so bad. That's what we want. So when you are literally going, this is free, everyone take it, people are like, she can't even sell that stuff. And then, like Stacy says, you're totally giving people the illusion that it's going to be free next month. This is why the biggest thing you need to remember is when you have product credits, when you are going to give a discount of any kind, I never do over 15 to 20 bucks. Because if I do over that, then the next month when they have to pay full price, they're going to cancel. They're going to be like, wait a second, why did I only pay $75 this month because she gave me half off, but now this month it's $150? I can't afford that. Like, it's a shell shock. You want to get it close to the price so that people aren't going to be affected by 15 or 20 bucks, but you are going to be affected by $50, $75, $100. And I've watched some of you so excited to get a customer in that you're paying for it. You're literally taking your product credits and paying for the entire customer order just to get a customer in. Do you honestly think that person's going to order again next month? Most likely not. And I get your thought process. If I can just get them on the product, they're going to love it so much that they're just going to order next month. That happens few and far between, guys. You've got to attract the right people that want this product enough to where they're going to put value on it, and they see the value in it, that they want to purchase it.
Before you move on, I don't want to forget
go
this. This is like one of these, like, I'm jumping out of my seat. I have to say this. You guys, you also have to understand, like, it goes back to the same way that Lisa and I teach every single time when we're on this together. It's also about the illusion of control in the conversation. People see the value that you place in front of them, right? So when I talk to my people, I use my voice clip. I am excited. If I can't voice clip because they're at work, I'm using emojis and exclamation points, and I'm using my words, and I'm being Stacy freaking Weisenberger, right? So when somebody starts their mini, I am giving them, okay, have you ever seen Hansel and Gretel? Anybody? I'm giving them the morsels leading back to the cabin. So on day one, I'm like, awesome. You've got everything ready to go. You have, like, great, grab your capsules, take them. Awesome. Here's the things that you might expect to feel over the course of the next 24 hours. You might have some awesome energy. You might have a better mood. You might have, less appetite cravings. You might have better sleep tonight. You might have less aches and discomforts. Like, I'm giving them all these things that I'm almost like, I don't want to say putting in their head because that's not true, but I'm telling them what to look out for, because 9 times out of 10, especially once you've been doing this for a really long time, you're going to hear people say, well, I don't know if I'm really even feeling anything, or I don't feel any difference. Like, that's the biggest one, right? I don't feel any difference. So for me, I'm like, first off, I take that, I nip that at the bud. And I tell people, no. Like, you don't even get the chance to say you didn't feel anything different, because I just gave you 20 different side effects that you could possibly feel. So when somebody says, nope, nothing, I'm like, okay, let's go through this one by one. You're not in a better mood today. No. Okay. You don't feel any appetite control? No. Okay. You didn't sleep restfully last night? Like, we go through it one by one because I'm placing the value on those products. Literally, it's up to me to be instilling that in my people. They don't know what to expect. You just sold them a happy pack and you told them they're going to feel better. What does that mean? It's like asking somebody, how do you drink water? Yeah. How much? A lot. Awesome. To Kristen Roulette, also, like, a lot was 1/3 of a water bottle a day, you guys. Okay? You have to give them the fuel. You've got to give them the morsels leading back to the cabin so that they know, like, here's the value of the products. This is, you could expect to feel these ways. And you'll be shocked. People go, oh my gosh, I didn't run to the vending machine today. I forgot I didn't even go get my 2 sodas I normally get. I completely skipped lunch. I wasn't even hungry. I didn't get that 3rd cup of coffee. So you have to give them the ability to allow you to show them the value too. Does that make sense, Lise?
Not like 100. So let's talk a little bit about the process of, getting to the actual sample, like getting it there, because people always ask me, how do you get customers and without even sending a sample out? There's some people that I think can't even sign a customer before they get a sample out. My whole goal is I want to get you on this product. First and foremost, that is always every conversation I go into. That's my first main goal. I don't want to get you on a sample. I know that if I really want this to affect you, if I want it to change your life, I've got to get you on this for 4 weeks. Period, point blank, end of story. So I go into that conversation, and here we go with the illusion of control. Okay, because so Stacy, when somebody ends up in Stacy's inbox, the first thing Stacy does, and I do, is we both turn it around. They might say, oh my gosh, can you tell me more about this Thrive stuff? Immediately, I don't go into what Thrive stuff is. Immediately, I say, awesome, I'm so glad you're messaging me. I can't wait to share it with you. But really quick, would you tell me why you want to try Thrive? Like, I turn it around on them. I want to know why they're messaging something in them. Well, to be honest, I've been looking to lose weight and I saw blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, tell me what else is going on with your body. Are there other things that you're not kind of unhappy with that you wish you'd be closer to? I let them talk, right? And Stacy gave the best tip ever. She said she uses the voice recorder. You are going to hear Stacy and I say that so many times. Like, I barely type. The only time I type is if they tell me they're at work and they can't listen. That's it. Every other time, I am using that voice recorder because I want them to hear my excitement, my passion. I want them to hear that I care about them. I want them to hear my voice and that, this isn't just a sale to me. I want them to hear that I really care. I let them talk themselves into it. They're telling me everything that they need. And then at the end of that, for me, it's as simple as saying, oh my gosh, based off of what you told me, I really think I can help you. I think I can put together the perfect system for you that's going to help you lose that 10 pounds. That's going to help you sleep better at night. That's going to get rid of those aches and discomforts. It sounds like we've got exactly what you need. Why don't I send you over my website? I can walk you through how to start the free account, and then we can get your product ordered so we can have this on your doorstep Tuesday in 2 days so that we can get this going and you can start seeing the results you're looking for. Like, immediately I go into that. Then they'll come back with, okay, that sounds great. How much is it? Oh my God, girl, I was so excited. This is what I say almost every time. I was so excited because I know this is I forgot all about telling you about how cheap this is. And I say it in the voice recorder with that voice. Oh my God, I was so excited talking about your results. I forgot to tell you how cheap it is. Wait till you hear. It's $5 a day. I was blown away because I know if you're anything like me, I've taken products before. I've been to GNC. I've bought from other companies, and I've usually had to spend like $300-400 on shit. This, $5 a day. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd pay $1 million to feel the way this product's made me feel. And that's it. That's it. She's gonna say to me, oh, $5 a day, that's 150. And I wasn't looking to spend that much. And then I'll say, or they say, okay, let's do it. 90% of the time, I've already given them the illusion of control. They've told me what they need. I've told them, oh, perfect. I have this perfect package for you. Let's get you enrolled. We're going to get it in your doorstep in 2 days. Oh, how much is it? Oh my gosh, can't believe I forgot to tell you how cheap it is. You're going to be shocked. $5 a day. Okay, let's do it. But sometimes they say, well, I wasn't planning on spending $150. Okay, honey, no problem. Well, what would you be willing to spend every month if you knew that it was completely going to take away those aches and discomforts and you were going to sleep better at night and you were going to lose that 10 pounds? What would you be? Well, I was thinking more like 100. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we can do. I can kind of restructure it a little bit. We'll get you to 100. Or would you be able to do 125? I can definitely get you to 125. Okay, let's do it. Right? And like, it's all a conversation, but it's the illusion of control, and it's your wording too. Because if I would say something like, well, I thought it was a little pricey when I first started, but then I got the best results and now I see why. No, you guys are implanting in people that this is expensive. It's because of your words and how you're putting it and what you're saying. It's your apprehensiveness. It's the way you're bringing it up and how you're saying things and how you're avoiding. All of those things people can read. People know if you feel uncomfortable with the price. People know if you think it's too expensive. People know, and right away they know I can play this person. Right away they know. And like Stacy always says, if you start digging into people's objections, that's a whole nother Zoom. But you can find out easily what the true objection is, because it's usually never the first thing they say. You've got to dig. But it's all about, I am in control of this conversation. I make them believe they are, because the first thing I did was I turned it around and said, you tell me what you need. Tell me everything wrong with you, what you're looking for. Oh my gosh, everything you've told me, I've got the perfect package for you. Let's get you going so that you can start feeling better. And then they're going to come back with, if they have an objection to something I say, how much is that? Okay, that's perfect. It's all about me making, they've already messaged me. They're already interested or they wouldn't have messaged. They know they need something. They're looking for me to confirm that this is what they need and that it is the right product and that it is going to work for them. They're not looking for somebody to go, well, I'm not sure. It is a little pricey. It may work. Like, no, you are, yes, it's going to. You're going to feel amazing. Oh my God, here we go. I'm so excited for you. Holy cow, 2 days, you're going to be starting this product. It only takes 2 days. Like, it's all up to you to do that. Stace, you say wording so much better than me. I'm kind of flustered today. I feel like I'm all over the place. But what do you say? Because I usually don't even get to the sample, because I say, oh, this part too. So when they say to me, well, how do I try this product? I always say there's a couple different ways to try it. What most people choose to do is a month's supply. That's how I always start out. Because they're going to, after they tell me their story and what they need, and I say, we've got the perfect thing for you. Okay, well, how do I get started? How do I try this? Well, I've got a couple different options for you. The option that 99% of people choose is the month supply. You're not locked into anything. There's no required auto ship. I can get you a huge discount right off the bat. And honestly, it's what's going to show you what this does. You know, a couple days of trying a product isn't going to show you, but a month, you're going to feel a difference. So that's usually what most people go for. Now, if you don't want to do that, then you could go for our sample, which is only 3 days. I can't guarantee you're going to feel anything, but it will show you what it is. Most people go for that first thing because they're hearing me say most people, and they don't want to be like the odd man out. We want to do what most people do. We want to be like everyone else. We don't want to be the person that does the weird thing. I don't want to be the person that gets the 3 days. No one ever does that. I want to do what everyone else does, and I want to get the full month. because that's how I'm going to see the results I'm looking for. And then I always, always, always mention, if they say, okay, let's do the customer thing, I want to do that. That sounds great. Well, really quick, I wouldn't be a good person if I did not tell you first, there is another option here, and that's the promoter side of things. I just want to throw it out there. No pressure, but if you think you might know more than 2 people that are going to want to try this, or at any time, if you're interested, I'd love to share that promoter side with you because you can make money. So I keep it pretty simple. I kind of see where they're going. I always mention the promoter side, but it's a lot about the words I'm saying and how confident I am saying them that is getting me that sale. You could put somebody that's you're working on right now. I could be working on that same person, and I would almost guarantee that I get them going. If they're truly interested, I would get them going way faster than you, and it would only be because of my confidence. That's it. Stacey, I'm going to let you butt in.
I love that. I don't think you're all over the board at all. I think that you just get fired up because you're passionate about it. And
Fired
that's what I
up.
was gonna say. Like, so you guys on here, Danny wrote me right now, right? And she's like, you're so cute. Like you get so excited. And I've been doing this for 5 years, you guys. I'm still that excited. I still get that excited every time I enroll a customer. I still get that excited every time I get a customer order. I still get that excited when I'm training a new promoter, like any of those things. The reality is not every day is going to be great. You're not going to wake up every single day so stinking excited to sell DFTs. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're sticking with this long term, there are going to be days that you want to look at somebody and say DFT one more time, and I'm going to knock your teeth out, right? That's going to be the reality, because you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. But if the majority of your days are not good, if you do not spring yourself out of bed the majority of those days, if you're not excited about it, if you're not passionate about it, and if you don't believe in it, you're in the wrong place. I'm just going to be honest with you. Unless you want to make, $20 a week every week for the rest of your life and you're cool with that, you have to be passionate about it. My goals are truly to help my people, truly to help my customers, you guys. Like right now, I literally am helping a customer. She's down 67 pounds. She can now have her hernia surgery. She just got taken off her A1C meds. She is no longer considered diabetic, and she lost both her mom and dad's diabetes. From sun up to sundown, am there to help her. And it's not my job to be her health coach. It's not. But it's that customer service, and I've gotten referral after referral from her, and she's excited, and those types of things. So when you're talking to people, the reason why we use the voice clip, and I'm going to be honest with you, I mean, we all have these people on our team. If you're not this person, don't fake it and be a potato. Do not use your voice clip and be like, so the Thrive experience. Like, I'd rather jump out a window than talk to somebody like that, right? So at least fake it through your typing. If you can't voice clip and share that excitement, it's those words. It's those exciting words, the big fun, like, oh my gosh, you are going to just flip out. You're going to love this stuff so stinking much. It blew my freaking mind, right? And obviously, if you don't say holy bananas or things like that, don't say those things, but make it you, but be excited. Even if you're having a shitty day and you have to type it out, use exclamation points. Be confident. Those people are looking to you because you are the expert. You're the expert. And if you're not, that's where you bring in 3-ways. That's where you bring in, your uplines and your sidelines and the people that do know how to close. Because guys, we all have people on our team. I've got people on my team that have closed one person in the past 2 years because they just don't take it to the next step. They don't want to be pushy. They don't want to, those types of things where there's an element of sales. You've got to take it then to the next level. If I suck at closing, I'm going to take my people to Brittany O'Neill. And I'm going to be like, Britt, I don't know what to say. What do I do next? Listen, this girl does this. She likes succulents, and now I don't know what to do. And I'm going to get them in a 3-way. You have to understand that doesn't mean that you're not educated and that you don't know what you're doing. It's that you're smart enough to allow somebody else that's better at a step of this to help you, right? So,
somebody put in the comments, I think it takes time to build that confidence. Absolutely. 1000%. But here is the thing. Here's the thing. We all started at 0. I want you to remember that. Stacey came in with 0. I came in with 0. Jamie Pekka, Amanda Arnett, Danny, every person, Caleb Bach, we all came in at 0. Okay, you guys, we all had to order a package. We all had to work our way up the ladder in network marketing, whatever company you started in, wherever you became successful for the first time, you started and you had the same fears and you had the same hiccups and you threw up all over people or you didn't say enough. We've all been there. But at some point you have to start branching out and being brave and being bold and just going for it. Because guess what? If you don't go for it, the answer is always no. It's always a no. You're never going to sign a customer. I would rather mess up until I get good at it and finally start signing people, or I'm not going to sign those people anyways if I never push it. And for those of you saying, I don't want to be pushy, I don't want to be a salesperson, just like Stacy says, get over yourself. You are a salesperson. If you are doing this, you are a salesperson. 99% of this world is a salesperson. Whatever they're doing right now in whatever business, they are selling something. Most people sell something. My hairdresser, I don't message her and say, well, I want to get my hair cut. She doesn't go, well, I'm really not that good at haircuts. Well, I don't feel comfortable with that style yet. Or I've never colored. No. Okay, let's do it, girl. I mean, they're going to figure it out. And I'm going to trust that they know what they're doing. And people are trusting you when they're in your inbox saying, what is Thrive? They're already there. They're already interested. It's for you to take it to that next level. And I want to reiterate on something Stacy said. If you are not that excitable person, get somebody who is. This is the beauty of third-party credibility. This is the beauty of the second you get somebody in your inbox asking questions, and you get them to the point where they seem that, okay, I want to know more. I definitely am interested in some capacity. That's where you start the three-way message with an upline that does know what they're doing, with somebody else that feels more confident, that has more of an excited voice. They can take over for you. Who cares who does it? That's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to actually go, okay, I heard what Stacy said the last 3 times. And really, Stacy always says, we have the same 3 conversations over and over and over. They're no different. I've been doing this for 3.5 years, and I can tell you guys that every person I talk to, 99% of those conversations go the same way. In fact, I have actual voice recordings saved of myself that I can just shoot over to save time, because I'm saying the same things over and over and over again. Most people are no different. They're looking for the same, one of 3 or 4 different things, but they all have the same objections, right? Oh, how much? And like Stacy, one of my favorite things you always say, no one thinks this is free. If you honestly think, and we've all had it, I've had people jump in my inbox. I'll put a post on Facebook like, doing a free giveaway for mini experiences. Post your name in the comments below. I'm going to draw a winner for a free mini experience. Okay, you guys, do you know how far that could go if you do it the right way? But do you know how many of those people have signed up for a free mini? And then when I get them in my inbox and I start talking, they're like, oh, this costs money? They're not freaking stupid. They knew it cost money. They're just seeing how much more free shit they can pull out of you. So do not, and you got to move on from those people. It isn't a question of how do I get this person to understand this costs money and how do I get them to sign up. They just don't want to. Time to move on. Time to find, hey, my dog only decides he wants to play with the toy right when I get on the Zoom. But you guys have to understand that you borrow someone else's confidence. You guys, this is what always helped me, and maybe this will help you. When I was in my last company, one of my uplines said to me one day, Lisa, and she was making like 30 grand a month, and I was making like 300 a month. She said, when I'm out and about, or if I'm on Facebook, people that aren't in our company have no idea what 40K is, 200K is, 12K, 4K. They don't know whether you've been in 5 minutes or 5 years. They don't know if you are the top rank and the big dog making all the money or the one making nothing. They don't know. They don't get it. They don't understand any of that. When somebody messages you, you can give the illusion that you're a billionaire or that you're making no money. You give the illusion because they don't know either way. And she had said to me, when I'm out and about and I'm talking to people, I don't have a sign on my shirt that says, I am a millionaire. I know what I'm doing. You should sign up with me. They're you or me or anyone, right? And that hit me. And I was like, you know what? She's right. They don't know whether I'm making $5, $1 billion. They don't know if I've been in 5 years or 5 seconds. They don't know nothing. I give the illusion of what the person thinks of me. I give the illusion of whether they respect me and whether they think I know what I'm talking about, right? Even if I don't know what I'm talking about, I can still give the illusion that I do and then get them in a message with someone who does. right? Like there's so many ways to go about it, but that mindset helped me out so much because it made me understand that the only difference between me and this lady that was making 30 grand a month and I was making, 300, the only difference was her mindset. It was her confidence. That was it. Because these people that we're out talking to, her and I could meet a total stranger today, the same person, and she was probably going to close them in 5 seconds versus I wouldn't have done anything. Like, I don't want to be a salesperson, all because of my mindset. They didn't know how much she made or how long she had been in. So you guys get that mental capacity because we all started at the same spot. And yes, is it trial and error? Are you going to mess up? Are you going to feel silly? Are you going to say the wrong things? All of those things you're going to do. But then you're going to start saying the right things. And you're going to start seeing, ooh, that worked. Oh, what I just said, I just signed a customer. And then you go back and listen to what you said and you're like, okay. And then you get that worked and now you use it with another person. And you start to see that this is working now. And it might take 5, 10 people to go through, 20, 100, but you will get there. But just remember that you are no different than anybody on this Zoom right now. I don't care if you are making zero money and you're brand new or you've been in 3.5 years. We are all the same. Nobody knows any difference. It's your confidence, your words, your excitement. That is what sells people. People are allergic to people that aren't excited. They don't want anything to do with it. They're like, get away with me. I'm allergic to you if you don't know what you're doing. If you're like, oh, I don't know, it's kind of expensive. I thought it was pricey too. Like, I'm allergic. They want to run as far away as possible. But they are attracted to people that are confident. They're attracted to people that can tell you exactly what you need, exactly what's going to help you, exactly how inexpensive it is. People feel kind of silly after they talk to me saying that's expensive because I just said, oh my gosh, you're going to die when you hear how inexpensive this is. Most people crap their pants. They don't want to be the one to say, oh, that's really expensive when I just said everybody else thinks it's cheap. Like, it's all about your wording.
I think too, something that you said, I think that it's so huge. So I love seeing over that Christina put in there, you have to build it and the confidence. You guys, you do have to build it, but until you get there, you borrow it. And I'm going to be honest with you, there are days that I don't have that confidence either. There are days where I'm shaky about going live. There are days where I have spicy armpits about teaching on a huge Zoom. There are days that I get super nervous about Sunday night Zooms and I want to cry and I don't want to do it because I had a shitty day or I'm feeling not confident or I gained 3 pounds or my husband's a tool, okay? Like, we're all going to have those days, but you have to put in the personal development. Number one, before you get your ass out of bed every single morning, you need to do 15 minutes of personal development. That is putting your armor on every single day before you face the world. Number two, and this is a huge tip, you guys. I learned this when I was like 18 years old in my first sales position. Stop trying to be a master of all trades, okay? As you start going through this industry, you'll understand that you're not going to be great at everything. And the sooner you understand that, the more power you're going to give to yourself. What that means is, if you come in, you've been in this for 3 years and you are a sucky closer, work on it, but don't try to be a Goliath closer. Give that job to somebody else. If you're not great at online events, hosting online events, don't do it, dude. Work on it, get better as you go, but work on things that you're really super strong at. Strengthen your strengths and then work on those things that are maybe not so strong instead of beating the shit out of yourself because you are not the greatest closer. It's not making excuses. It's working smart, not hard, right? If I'm not good at, like, here's a perfect example. I will not cold message. You can put a gun to my head. I will never cold message. I suck at it. But I don't beat myself up over that. If other leaders teach that cold messaging is awesome, that's awesome. I'm not like putting my head in the toilet and flushing it, feeling like a bad human because I'm not cold messaging. For me, I know what works for me. For me, I'm going to be going live. I'm going to be doing events. I'm going to be, participating in groups and things like that. So I strengthen those strengths. And then I go out of my comfort zone when I have to with kind messaging and things like that, getting to know people better, comments, likes, compliments, whatever, right? So stop trying to be a master of every single thing that you do and understand that that confidence is built, but you can build that confidence very quickly if you hang around with other people that are confident, other people that allow you to borrow their confidence, other people that believe in you, and when you're putting in the personal development, and that's the first thing that people skip. And then the other thing I was going to say real quick, Lisa, when you said you're talking to people and you're like, hey, I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but promoting is an option too. This is so big, you guys, okay? I am not Katie Muntz, whom I adore. I'm not Katie Muntz. I do not sign 267 promoters a day, okay?
Right.
Shocking, I know. I got to 80K without signing 267 promoters a day. But no, God bless her heart. She's just amazing. But pretty strong promoter enroller. I'm very, very consistent. You know what I mean? And when I sign people, they stay. They don't quit. And simple thing, you guys. If you're not doing this, write it down. Okay? Every single time somebody signs up and they're ready to order their products, when I've got them, you know, however it's working, if I'm walking them through the website, if I'm gathering the information for them, I tell them, as soon as you get to the shopping cart and you have a total, let me know. I want to know, because I want to make sure that they're ordering using the auto ship function. I want to make sure that they're using their promo codes. I want to make sure whatever, their credits, da 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 da. So I'm like, send me a screenshot as soon as you get to the end. They send me a screenshot, or I tell them the total is 239.17, right? I'm like, okay, before we go any further, now you need to make a decision. Do you want to be a customer or do you want to be a promoter? The only difference between the two is that as a promoter, you're going to be making money too. And in that moment, 50% of people say, well, what does that entail? What does that entail? The other 50% say, not for me, right? So when I then, those 50% that say, well, what's that all about? Talk to me. And I'm like, dude, super simple. The only difference is either you're using the products and like just using the products, or using the products and getting paid. Like, it's 20-minute training. There's no requirements. We don't have any quotas, like all that type of thing. And you have the opportunity to get paid on your orders and your referrals and chase after some bonuses. 50% of those 50% say yes to being a promoter. Now, does that mean every single promoter I bring in goes 200K? No, not any of y'all are going to sign every promoter that goes 200K. But I need those promoters that literally are glorified customers. I need those promoters that order just once a month. I need those promoters that have just 2 customers a month. They're all of equal importance, and why not give people the opportunity to make money? If you don't ask that 100% of the time at checkout, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing them a disservice. That is incredibly important.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that. Okay, how come I've never heard you say that before?
I don't know, but I've been preaching that from day one from our last company.
Oh my God. See,
People
this is
get
why
so-
I get on these, because I seriously didn't ever even hear you say. I love that because you're not, you know what I love about that is you're not going to scare anybody.
Nope.
They're already at checkout. It's already in there, and you made it sound so nonchalant.
Yep.
Oh, wait, really quick. Which one do you want to do?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think, here's the thing, like, now, I just had my 5-year anniversary in the industry last week. On the 13th, I've been in 5 years. And I'm gonna tell you guys, of all the times, of all the things, of all the push groups and the trainings and the 200K swaps and all the shit that we've done ever, the number one biggest struggle for people in this industry is signing promoters, is getting promoters. I don't care what anybody says. It's the number one thing. When we ask, what do you need help with? People say, I need help signing promoters. I can't find people to join my team. I can't, well, let me get in your messages. Well, the reason why you can't find people to join your team is you've never posted about the opportunity. You don't post about it on a daily basis, and you've never freaking asked anybody. People don't even know that they have that opportunity, right? They just think you're some vitamin sales chick. So you have to 100% of the time, okay, here we are, 239.42. Now we need to make a decision. Do you want to use the products, or do you want to use the products and make money? Do you want me to enter this order as a customer or as a promoter? 50% of people will say, absolutely not. The other 50% will say, tell me more. And in that moment, if you don't know what to say, it's time for you to screenshot your upline or send your upline a message and whatever, but it's just practice. It's practice. I don't get scared. They're not going to say no,
Over and
now
over.
because you asked me, cancel my order.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, no, screw you, I'm out of here. I don't want the order anymore. I'm thinking about you, homie. You know what I mean?
That's why I tell everybody 5 to 7 year plan. How could anybody in a million years be successful in network marketing within a year? Like, if you have to take a year just to start seeing what words work for you. Like, oh, that sentence worked. Like, this is practice, 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 like anything else. You get good at it and better and better and better and better. And then you make sure you're utilizing people when you need to. That's really the ticket, guys, is utilize people doing things that you're not good at, pull them in. If you know you've got, I'm sorry, but if Stacy's my upline, I'm showing her every conversation. I'm like, girl, what do I say now? What do I say now? What do I say now? I'm taking advantage of that if I'm not very good with words. Like, you guys have to learn that you're not bugging anyone. You have to learn that we're here to support each other. You have to learn that, oh crap, I keep losing them. Start paying attention where you lose people. Where is that place? Because that's the place that you need to help. That's what you need to work on. Are you losing them right in the beginning? Okay, let's talk about why that's happening.
I think that's such a great point too. So within my team, my organization, we have a potential promoter video, right? That we use, that we sell, that we share. When somebody's interested in the opportunity and if you can't just talk through them, I do most talking, but sometimes people want something. So we made a potential promoter video and it's whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not going to share with everybody because it's team specific and it's not, anybody can make that. I encourage you guys when you're confident enough to do that because people want to see it's something that you did, right? But it's so funny because people get so flustered. They're like, oh my God, they're asking about promoting and they're like spitting all over themselves and like spicy pits and all that type of thing. And they're like, send a video. And they send it and then they're like, they never answered back. Well, they don't even know what the hell you sent them. You're no longer excited. You didn't give them any ownership in the conversation. Like you literally, I'm like, okay, listen, dude, we put together a 4-minute video. It's super quick. It's super short. It'll give you all the brief overviews. As soon as, you know, like if I send it to you right now, can you watch it right now? As soon as you're done, let me know and then you can pick my brain. They just made a physical, like verbal agreement with me. Yes, I'm going to watch it right now. I'm like, shoot me a thumbs up as soon as you're done and then we'll kind of get you started. And that keeps people excited. It doesn't matter what you use. The point isn't about the video. It's about the tool, right? Is it you're sending Lisa's video about the company? Is it you're sending Pekka's? Is it you're sending your own? Are you voice clipping? Are you talking about it? You've got to make people own a part in this relationship. Like this is not, you're not doing me a favor by signing up as a promoter and make $0. We're working together here, right? Like I'm excited for you, dude. Like you're going to kill this. I don't know. I just think you can always tell that you have to be prepared or find somebody that will help you be prepared. Because
Right.
all day long, I mean, there were 8 screens on here times 25, that's 200 people. Every single one of the people on here, you all have potential promoters. You all do. You just don't know you do. You just don't know you do. You're not looking. You don't have your promoter glasses on. You see what I'm saying?
You know what's so crazy too is if you look at I look at all the leaders like on our particular team and I look at the different 40Ks, the 80Ks, 200Ks. Everybody is different. We all weigh different. We all look different. Well, some of us wear glasses. Some of us are 500 pounds. Some of us are 100. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to ask yourself after a while, okay, it's not like we're on some eclectic team where everybody looks like a Barbie and you go, oh, that no wonder they're all successful. They're just good looking. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we're all quirky and we have our things and you know nobody's perfect and we all have stories and backgrounds. You guys, look at all of us. If we are doing it, so can you. You just have to find what works and you have to practice like Stacy said, and you have to utilize people and you have to not give up. That's the biggest thing, is don't give up, because your answer's there. If I did it, if Stacy's doing it, Amanda, Jamie, Kayla, dude, if we're doing it, you can. Like, I promise you, I've met all these ladies and they're all special in their own right, but there is nothing special they're doing that you can't do, that you can all get to the same place. Like, there's just not. Like, it cracks me up sometimes. It just cracks me up sometimes, the money I make. I'm like, I cannot believe that and you know, Stacey, because you've met me, I make this money. This is stupid, ridiculous that this Hot Mess Express makes this kind of money. That I've become successful at something. I failed at everything my whole life. I mean, I'm a beauty school dropout. I'm a high school dropout. I'm a dropout of anything that got hard. And I did this. Like, you guys, listen, you gotta accept a few things. One of those things is you are a salesperson. You are. This is what you do. Every day you wake up and you are trying to sell this product. But is there awesome meaning behind it? Absolutely. Like, I am trying to sell something that changes people's lives. Like, I'm making an impact in this world. I truly believe that. And I believe that, like, what I do every day is so much more prominent and grand than what other people get to do. Like, I get to affect people and like change their life. And you know how many people go sit, CEOs of companies go sit behind a desk and they're the only ones that make money. Like, we get to do something pretty special here. So just know that, yes, is this a job? Do you have to practice and get better at it? But it's so much more than that. I think you guys all know that. We become a family, you know, and I don't know any other job where people would get on a Zoom 7 nights a week. We have Zooms and people are trying to help you achieve your goals and dreams, telling you what to say, how to say it, where to go, how to do it, what to pretend. I mean, you name it, we've got a Zoom on it. We've got a leader that will try to help you with it. And you know, Stacy doesn't make money on everybody that's on here. I do. But Stacy doesn't go, Lisa, I'm not going to get on and share what I say because I only make money off of like these 30 people that joined in tonight. She gets on and like, this is how awesome this team is. And all of these leaders, not caring whose team you're on, they just want to see you succeed. It's for real. Nobody's holding back. Nobody's, you know, keeping the goods to themselves or trying to hide what they're doing. It's facts, y'all. It's facts. I'm just excited. You guys, the funnel. Just to review real quick, go to the Dream Team page. If you Google the funnel, the Lavelle funnel on YouTube, 50 billion videos will pop up of people that have made a video about the funnel, putting people through the funnel. If you guys want an awesome video on exactly what to say, Stacy and I have a recording in the Dream Team page of exactly what to say, like just magic words and phrases and how to get people to, you know, think that it's their idea, that they're signing up, that it's all them. You know, we kind of go through that. And you know, if you want awesome motivation to start out your days, join Kayla in the morning, get up early. Monday nights, Amanda kills it. Sunday nights, every Sunday, Stacy. You guys plug in because that's where it's at. Plugging in, the most successful people on this team plug in. The most successful people moving and grooving and shaking and making money, they're the ones that plug in. And you don't get to a place where you go, I don't have to plug in anymore. I try to catch everything I can. I don't get to a place ever where I'm like, I'm making enough money. I don't need to do that anymore. I never know. I just learned. I cannot wait to go use what I learned from Stacy tonight. How many Zooms have I been on with Stacy? And this is the first time I'm actually hearing Stacy say how at checkout she does that. I have never heard that before. I swear to God, Stacy, you have probably said it a million times, and I'm telling you, I've never heard it. And I think that's going to change everything for me. Like, because I sometimes scare people, I think. When I bring it up, I've actually had people back out of even signing as a customer because I think I threw something in the mix that I shouldn't have way too soon, and it scared them. And the way you do it is spot on, so perfect, so amazing.
Thank you. I just think that so really this is where you learn, you guys. Like my last business, I didn't have like an upline that was excited or in like she collected a paycheck, you know what I mean? So I went and I found it. I went to YouTube, I scoured, I found the people that I loved and I just learned from them. Soak up the knowledge. It's here for you guys to find. If I'm not your jam or Lisa's not your jam, maybe Brittany is or Michelle Sutton or Summer Love or Jessica McLaughlin, find somebody that's your jam and soak up their knowledge, right?
Dude, Summer Love, I wish I could box Summer Love. I wish I could steal.
Same.
I'm going to kidnap Summer Love.
Same.
And make her come to my house and work my business.
Same.
I'm kidnapping her.
It's your responsibility to do those things, guys. We are so lucky that we have all of this, but when I started in this industry, we didn't have any of this. There was no such thing as Zoom. I went to YouTube and I cyber stalked the people that inspired me. And I just went nuts and I went crazy and I found their channel and I made no excuses. I didn't have anybody to teach me. I never sold health and wellness. I was a chubby little pumpkin pie. You know what I mean? Like, so, and the one last thing I was going to say is, you know how you said, like use your resources and things like that. If somebody asks you a question, you guys, like, yes, you're the expert, but if you're still working on that confidence, don't feel shy about saying, you know what, I don't know, but I'm going to find out right now.
People love that.
They love it.
They
love
do.
the honesty. And then that's a perfect segue into a three-way to be closed.
Love that. Amen. Amen. Never be afraid to say, you know what, I'm just getting started with this. I don't really know, but hold on a second. I'm going to find out. They love that you're willing to go find out, dig in, do the research. And when you put them in a three-way message, if they're thinking about signing up as a promoter, they're thinking, oh, damn, I don't need to know everything either. And if I don't know something, I'm going to be able to throw somebody in one of these messages too. Oh, that's cool. I love that. Like, it takes the pressure off them. You're showing them they don't need to know everything to get started. They don't need to know everything to be a promoter. Look at the help and support that they would get being a promoter. You guys are only, you know, throwing somebody a three-way message only helps you. I don't think I've ever had anyone ever that I put in a three-way message go, why did you put me in that message? I didn't want to be in that message. What did you think you were doing? I don't want to talk to you ever again. No one's ever said a word. They're all like, oh, sweet, whatever. Like, they just go with the flow. Like, y'all are making too big of a deal in your heads about these three-way messages and how they should go down. I don't even ask. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna put her in a message with Stacy real quick. And that's when she finds out. I'm like, oh, hey, Sally, I decided to put you in a message with my friend Stacy. Hope you don't mind. I just wanted her to share your story. Like, that's it. It's that simple.
I forget too, somebody taught me along the way. A good segue is to say, like, actually, I think it was you, Lisa, when I first started. Saying to somebody, listen, like, you're going to kill this. It's going to be amazing. Or you're going to love these products. I never, ever, ever let anybody get started without meeting my girl, Lisa, because I really, really love for her to share her story. I'm going to pop us in a three-way real quick. Bam, three-way. People are like, what? Oh, this is just what she normally does. I want to be normal. And it's that building confidence, like, especially if it's going to be a new promoter, you want to connect them with your uplines or whatever. Super incredibly important, but use that as a segue. Like, dude, I never, ever get anybody started on the burn experience without talking to Kristen, because her story is so phenomenal and her transformation has been amazing. Bam, three-way.
Yeah, I love that. So easy. I love it. Oh my gosh, how do we go this
I'm
long
super
and it feels
sorry.
like we just got on this?
Yeah, I'm super
swear-
sorry, Cindy. Like, I talk too fast. This is a personality defect. I'm really sorry. I do it in person too. Ask Lisa.
You know what's killing me is that it feels like it's been 15 minutes and it's been an hour and 20. I just don't understand how fast these go. Okay, you guys, we gave you a lot to think about, a lot to work on tonight. Take this stuff, whether you're new, old, and get up, set those goals. How many customer accounts you're gonna get this week? How many free accounts? Free accounts open the door to now you've got leads. Oh, I got people to follow up with. Free accounts. How many mini experiences do you want to get out? And on the way to those trying to get those out, you're probably going to find customers. You're going to find people that go, you know what? I don't want that little 3-day thing. I want to do what most people do, like you said, and I want to get that 4 weeks. Let's just do that. You know, I was going to do the mini because I saw your post on Facebook, but I'd rather do that 4 weeks since most people do that. It's all about the wording, guys. All right, this will be recorded. We'll get it out to you. Love you. Thanks.
Yeah, they're
all of you
so
guys that have done with us
busy.
tonight. Love you guys. Oh, sorry, we're trying to do
I
that.
wish.
Well, that was craziness. Kids and people. But see, you can do a Zoom from anywhere. You can have kids in the background, whatever you want. It doesn't matter, right? Just press mute. So we'll get this recording out. You guys got tons of good stuff here. Hopefully you learned something tonight. Just one little phrase word, and jump in and use it tomorrow. Don't wait. Be bold, be brave. Use it tomorrow and tweak it and make it your own. And I'm telling you, confidence is 100% of your success in this. Confidence is 100%. And you get confidence because you choose it, right? You choose it. You have to choose to be confident. You're confident these products work. You're confident these products are changing life. You're confident this compensation plan is changing lives. Why wouldn't you want to share that with other people? I love you guys. Thank you. Thanks for recording as usual. Danny, you're the bestest ever. And Stace, thanks for getting on and sharing your magic words with everybody. Love you guys. See you next
Thank you,
Thursday.
Lisa.